Right here we've got a new vacuum that I just recently picked up. I got this at Goodwill, and it's earmarked for $9.99 with a green tag, but I actually had a $5 credit at this local Goodwill, so I only got it for $5. And the funny thing is, I went to a different Goodwill location at the exact same time right before, and I got $5 off that too. So technically, if I applied both those to this, it was free. And the only money that I'll have put into it so far is this belt that I bought about 6 months ago for $1. And I'm going to use it because I have a feeling the belt on this is probably worn out, because it looks like it's in great shape. It's got a couple marks on it, but nothing too major. It's a Eureka. That's about it. It's a Eureka. Obviously it's an F&G style machine, and there's metal and basic bag upright that you've seen a million of these over the years. This is the the third one that I've ever owned. I had a blue one at first, ended up selling that, and then I have a goldish color one with the switch on the top of the handle. That's the only other one I currently still have. This one's pretty interesting. The outer bag is chewed up pretty badly. I probably should look to replace this. And as far as a bag in the machine, we do have an Arm & Hammer Eureka F&G / Sanitaire F&G bag that's installed in here, so we hopefully shouldn't have any problems with that. Of course, filtration on these old machines is going to be terrible, and people say it's worse than bagless, or better than bagless. It's obviously probably not with the bag that's in here, but you can find HEPA bags for these, so if I do get this fixed up, which I expect to, then I'll probably grab some HEPA bags for it, because I do like these machines. These machines are really lightweight, they're very easy to use, yet they're built really well, and they clean very well. And they're unlike a lot of other machines that are direct air of the time, they're very quiet. Compared to the Elites and the Bravos, these are much quieter, which I really like. Now this particular one, it's got the dial right here, 5.5 amps, what appears to be a Pittsburgh Steelers sticker on it, but I don't know anything about sports, so if I get that wrong, whatever. This is what appears to be the power switch and the pedal release for the back. We got a cord. It's a very short cord. Of course, no cord winders or anything like that, just a basic white cord. And we're going to take a look at the bottom of it real quick and see what that looks like. And honestly, looks really good. There's really not much to complain about. As you can see, it says the Eureka Company, Bloomington, Illinois. Let me make sure this is in frame. Can't really see that. But it says the Eureka Company, Bloomington, Illinois, model 632, and there's a space, and then B. And there's what says type and serial, and it says 37336692. So I assume this is supposed to mean 1992. I could be wrong, though. And we have the Vibra Groomer brush roll, which is very loose, which tells me there's no belt in this, or at least it's broken. But there's a little bit of side-to-side play, but we'll pop this open and see. So nice toolless belt access. Pull off the base plate. A little bit of rust, but nothing too major. And we can see exactly why this machine was donated. Brush roll has nothing on it, and the belt has been snapped and sucked into the fan, which likely made a very loud, aggressive noise that probably scared the person who had this, and that's what convinced them to donate it and, well, get rid of it. So there's the old nasty belt. The impeller actually looks really good, but I don't really know much about these, so maybe it's bad. I don't feel any obvious sharp spots. And of course here we've got our brush roll, which should just pull out. There we go. So, of course, we've got some gunk in the sides. The actual brush roll seems to be in good shape. There's a little bit of hair on it, but nothing too major. Just a little bit. Spin's okay. Bearings seem fine. Try to wipe some of that dust off the ends. And there is some kind of gunk in here, so I'll vacuum this up real quick with the Mighty Might, which is, I believe, still plugged in. this machine, thankfully, it looks like it's not going to need too much. We do have, of course, a belt here, which looks like it's supposed to go on that way, I presume, based off of that little guide right there. I assume that's correct. Or, wait. Which way does this go? I already forgot which way this goes in. Like this, maybe? I assume it goes in that way. It looks like that's right. And I assume I'm just supposed to stretch this out, or maybe I'm supposed to put the belt on a different way. It's supposed to sit in. I really don't want to break this new belt. Or maybe I'm supposed to put it in like this. It's been a while since I've used one of these or messed with it or anything like that, so I'm trying to refresh my memory on these, of which there isn't much in the memory banks. I think that goes in that way. Okay, so that side went in. This side, there we go. Yeah, so that goes in like that. And then I presume now I gotta find a way to stretch this onto that, which seems like it'd be kind of a hassle. That doesn't stretch very far. Is this even the right belt? Let's see, Eureka series 600, 1400, 1900. What size is this? Yeah, this is the 600 series. Yeah. So should fit. Then again, it was opened, so maybe this is the wrong. It looks like the right belt though. Wow, that's really doesn't want to. I don't understand how people put these on. I mean, I know it's supposed to. Oh, wow. I just don't have the hand strength to do stuff like this. It sucks because it's like, I'm obviously capable of fixing vacuums. I've done it a million times, but some machines are just really hard on the hands. Probably have to find a way to do this off camera and get this on here. Alright, so I did manage to get this on here, and it only cost me a little bit of skin on my thumb and a little bit of skin on my finger. There's a lovely drop of blood on the brush roller to symbolize the triumph, but we did get the belt lined up with the brush roll and with the groove, although it doesn't actually sit in the groove, so I don't really see the point. My thumb is bleeding, and it is now back together. So now we can take the bottom plate, which it does spin, although obviously there's a lot of resistance on this belt. So it does hook back onto the front hooks, push on, and then we can clamp these two. Oh, we need to move. There we go. Got to move that one out of the way. And now we can put both the clamps back on. And now we've got a new belt installed just fine. Again, this brush roll had, oh, there's a bit of blood on that bristle. So this brush roll does in fact work now. Now again, it's got a lot of resistance to it, so hopefully that means it should do pretty well. So I'm going to go wash my hands, and then hopefully we should be good to give this machine a bit of a test run and see if it works. Okay, now I don't know if this is in the on or off position, so I am going to plug this in on camera just in case it turns on. So, let's see what happens. Okay, so it is in the off position. So we'll attempt to run this and see if it explodes or not. and the new belt just broke. Well, that was fun while it lasted. It was running fine, and although it was vibrating a lot, I'm not sure what the deal with that was. Yep. Immediately snapped. Alright. Well, yeah, that's a clean break too. Huh. Well, I guess it's broken again. I bled for nothing. Okay, well, I guess this wasn't meant to be fixed. But I mean, sort of free, technically, kind of, sort of. I guess I can't complain too much. But yeah, that's a bit disappointing. And again, even when it was running, it vibrated a lot. And but I could feel the airflow of this thing, because it was actually difficult to push. I could feel it pulling itself to the floor. So, now that's making a funny noise too. So, not ideal, but I suppose we could see real quick how it runs without a belt. And see if it runs any smoother. Maybe then we can know for sure if that issue was just the belt or not. Yeah, motor or fan or both doesn't sound the healthiest, which kind of sucks because physically it looks really good. You know, it looks like it's decently taken care of. So I guess this machine will require some further investigation. But yeah, definitely a machine. A lot of people really like these. I see these all the time in the vacuum collector groups. People really love these old Eurekas, but I don't know. I just don't really see the appeal of them. Even though I did mention earlier the benefits, but then this also is a problem because direct air machines. I always make the controversial statement that direct air machines are obsolete and irrelevant, but I think this definitely is a little bit more evidence for my perspective on that. Although obviously this machine's really beat up, but it's like, you know, a bypass machine is not going to eat its own, like physically eat and consume its own belts. So anyways, this machine will require some more investigation to see what else is wrong with it. Maybe some of you guys who have more experience with these FNGs might know based off the sound and what it's doing, what to check. Maybe something's off balance. Maybe there's some issue with it. But either way, it is semi-functional, at least in the meantime. And I'll be looking forward to working on it again in the future. And hopefully we can get it working. And, you know, hopefully it wasn't a waste of money, but we'll see. Anyways, this is Intellitech Studios with a super quick video on this Eureka FNG from what appears to be 1993 or 2, whatever that number said. I'll just show the plate real quick. Show some more info on this. So now the pedal's not wanting to behave very well. So you can see right there, the Eureka Company, Bloomington, Illinois, 61701, model 632B, 37336692 is the type and serial, 120 AC, 5.5 amps, 25 to 60 hertz, and then it says 828 right there, whatever that means. 945G. Oh, hey, and there's the thing on how to install the belt. So I did do it correctly. I had it against the groove. It just didn't like me for some reason. Unplug before servicing. Oops. Alright, so that's that. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace.